I'm a fan of Ricco. I've told people that.
Fulton County's ambitious district attorney poised tonight to possibly use a legal tool against former President Trump that he hasn't faced before, racketeering charges. DA Fani Willis, legal experts say, could invoke Georgia's RICO Act to go after Trump and his associates regarding their efforts to overturn the 2020 election results in Georgia. Georgia's RICO Act is modeled after the federal version, RICO standing for Racketeer-Influenced and Corrupt Organizations, an act signed into law by Richard Nixon in 1970.
Racketeering under Georgia law and federal law and most state law basically means you have a group of individuals organized who commit a series of crimes together that are interconnected. You don't necessarily have to show that every single individual was a part of every single crime, but that this was essentially an ongoing criminal concern.
RICO statutes have been used successfully in taking down well-known mob figures like John Gotti, Fat Tony Salerno, and other leaders of New York's top 5 mafia families.
Mob bosses and others in organized crime could be prosecuted for crimes that they did not personally commit because they were part of a criminal organization that was undertaking crimes on a regular basis.
RICO has also been used to prosecute members of the Hells Angels motorcycle gang. Fani Willis herself has been a proponent of RICO.
She's been very creative, and she and her team have been very successful using this statute in the past.
Willis has used RICO statutes to allege that Grammy-winning rapper Young Thug and dozens of associates with his music label are part of a criminal gang. He's pleaded not guilty, and the case hasn't yet gone to trial. And almost a decade ago, Willis used RICO in the sweeping corruption case involving Atlanta's public schools.
There were convictions obtained both by guilty pleas and at trial for teachers and school administrators for doctoring standardized test scores.
Last year, Willis defended her use of RICO.
The reason that I am a fan of RICO is I think jurors are very, very intelligent. They want to know the whole story. They want to know what happened. RICO is a tool that allows a prosecutor's office and law enforcement to tell the whole story.
But one analyst warns of the risks Willis would take in filing RICO charges against Trump.
They're complicated to prove. They are a difficult concept to explain to a jury, and they require you to prove additional things you might not otherwise have to prove.